Everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video, and today we have Marvel Legends series Spider-Man wave, Sandman Build-A-Figure wave, Spider-Man 2099. So I found this guy in the wild. He was part of the Miss Marvel, Shocker, Jackal haul that I ended up picking up. And I saved him sort of for last because, well, you know, I wanted to put the legs on my Sandman figure first before I start putting arms on. But let's take a look at the figure. So as you see, he is in the typical Marvel Legends packaging. It's red and black for this wave, and it has the Spider-Man logo like all the others. Has the awful Spidey UK on this side. Ugh. And then we got the sweet looking Spider-Man 2099 on this side. Then on the back, we got the little bit of a bio. Then we got pictures of the Marvel Spider UK, Spider-Man 2099. And I could have picked this figure up, but I didn't like the look of it at all. At all. So I need to find that Build-A-Figure piece somehow. And I don't want to pay those crazy eBay prices, but I might have to. Or wait. So, this is everybody from the line. I have everybody minus Spidey UK. There's Sandman. And there's the Build-A-Figure piece that I will need to hunt, because I don't want to buy that other extra figure. But, let's go ahead and get Spider-Man out of his little trap. Alright guys, got Spider-Man 2099 out of the package, and he looks amazing. But I'll get into him as soon as we go over this Build-A-Figure piece, because he comes with the right arm of Sandman, and the figure alone intrigues me because they did a hell of a job on the sand look. This looks like wet sand, and they sculpted it really nicely. This is almost like a rubbery feeling plastic, but I mean, this is awesome. Even the transitioning from cloth shirt to sand is disgustingly good. But we'll get into more details once I get the other arm and I do the review of Sandman when he's completed. But let's go ahead and take a look at Spider-Man, and let's first start off with his head sculpt. Now, he had a little markings on his head when it was in the package, but that was just a little extra paint or something that I just was able to wipe off, almost like a dusting. But it is so clean. Let's try to... Okay, I'm going to try to stay focused on this white, but you can see the little outlines on his mask. Just, it's awesome. And one thing I like about his head is, like, at first I was like, oh man, his head's like, it's loose. Like, you can get some crazy poses and stuff out of it. But what's nice too is, I mean, look how far he looks down. Look how far he looks up. Like, you can do a lot with that. And it's awesome to have that type of articulation in the head where it's not so restricted, because, you know, he's probably one of the most articulated characters that's all like super walking on walls, crazy stuff, you know. But they did an amazing job on the paint apps. They're doing the red, which is like a metallic red paint, and metallics can be hit or miss. And the reason they can be hit or miss is, you know, you can see there's a lot of defects when it comes to paint. Even the white is like a glossy white, and when that comes in, it's like if you don't do enough, like, you're gonna have issues with the paints. His logo on his chest, when you do go back, does go all the way up. They do have the lines under his arms where they don't line up. They do on this side though. Them in connecting lines, I don't get it. They do have the little spot of blue right there, and he comes with, I mean, he's a Spider-Man figure. He does have the butterfly joint, so he can get some really cool poses. His arms have these cool like blades on them. Let's see if I can get it to focus a little bit better. And they even have little sculpted details in there. These are like a softer plastic, so you don't have to worry about them snapping off and stuff like that. One thing I didn't care for is, I mean, some of the paint quality, as you can see. But like, why didn't they maybe paint that red so it's a continuous line instead of having that joint just be the dark blue or black or whatever color this figure is. I guess he's like really dark navy. Same, you know, same situation with this arm as well. Now, what he looks like on the back, you know, not too bad. Even the shoulder pieces being painted in the gloss did turn out too bad. You can see some sort of like little speckles. Looks like either white in that one. When he leans forward, this white's clean. But what's crazy is like this should be clean because this is a white plastic. And you can see a little, I'm being nitpicky, but you can see a little bit of the red, how it's sort of in the middle there. But on the sides, put up his little arms, they didn't put enough paint. So like certain areas, you can see the white sort of coming through. Again, you know, I'm asking for too much from Hasbro, I guess. But definitely a cool looking figure. And then down to his legs, you know, he has the typical double knee joints. He's got the thigh swivels. He has the swivel at the calf, and then he has really awesome feet bends and rotations and all that stuff. But the paint on his legs, on his shins and stuff aren't too bad. You know, pretty clean. It's got the little blue things on his toes, which are really cool. Now the figure itself, like this is as far as his legs go apart. As for going back, like if it's not bowing out, like his butt sort of blocks a lot of it from going backwards, which is sort of like, okay, I'm Spider-Man, I should be able to like crumble up like a hand, like how articulated a hand is. But you know, again, asking a lot for a Marvel Legends figure. But the figure is awesome. Like, I didn't think I was going to pick him up at all. But when I saw him in person, like, because I always liked the other Spider-Man 2099. I never had that one at all, but I've seen it, and it's awesome. But if this one had that same sort of like webbing or some sort of accessory with it, I think it would definitely top that other one. Because this figure is pretty amazing. And you know, as I'm trying to pose on the spot, you know, I can't really do poses on the spot as good as I would think. You know, but yeah, that's a horrible pose. But you know, it's your guys' figures. You guys can pose them however you want. Just like I'll quickly pose it in a horrible position like this. But when I display it, it's going to be in a better position. But the figure is definitely, if you're a Spider-Man fan and you really like the futuristic 2099, then I mean, this one is definitely worth picking up. It even with those little bit of paint flaws from a distance, you really can't even you don't even really notice them. And it's just a clean, awesome figure. And I almost forgot too, they even painted his fist little stripes on both fists. Like little details like that make it pretty awesome. But the figure is an awesome figure. Very poseable. I can't wait to get some cool poses out of them. And I need to pick up some of those extra stands and stuff because I have a lot of figures that need to be not touching the ground. And he's one of them. But that's my review of Marvel Legends Spider-Man 2099 Sandman Build-A-Figure. And I hope you guys liked the review. If you did, you know, click a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. But most importantly, good luck hunting. Keep on collecting, guys, and have a great rest of your day.